Yes, honey. Are we recording? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Darren Green back with another episode. This is episode 184. Sorry to the audio listeners. Last week we had a lot of technical difficulties, so we did not. We didn't do it. Yeah, but we did. We were on YouTube, so if you want to subscribe to us on YouTube, that's always something that's going to be there. It was good for video, but it wasn't good for audio. It had a lot of we had a lot of technical difficulties, but that's okay. We're living, we're learning, and we moving on. Okay, I'm here with my
better this time.
Right. I'm here with my girl Amma. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Living my best life. Right.
Right. No, that's what we got to do. We got to live our best lives, and you know, it's always it's. I'm doing fine.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm rude. How you
No,
doing?
but
We gotta check in on our brothers.
okay, we gotta check on our people.
Yes.
Okay, because the weeks will go by. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm doing pretty well. I'm a YouTube partner now. That's something that I wanted to mention.
I saw. Congratulations.
Yes, like when I tell you, it took 4 years. Like, cause I did this podcast about 5 years ago, around like 2018. But like, I started YouTube. And this is, let me tell you something. I was on again, off again with YouTube for many years. Okay, I really started in 2016, but you get discouraged, and you quit, and then you move on with something else. And I think that's keep moving. I would say that to my listeners, and to not, when things are not going well, or you're not getting the perception that you think that you deserve, to just keep moving forward, and doing what you have to do. It's not going to happen in a day.
No,
it's going to take a long time.
not.
Yeah. And what a lot of people say too is like, people want that viral moment, in that moment where they're like, okay, this is it. This is the video. This is the whatever. And it's going to take me out of this place. You find out those type of people, they burn quickly. Okay. It's always good to have like a slow burn to your whatever you're doing as far as content wise. Like, I feel like I've grown gradually, and you really, you start to meet people. You actually get to know your listeners. I think this is better. I think I wanted the viral moment, but I think that this is
it was something that Rick Ross said. I watch. I don't know. The video always pops up on my page, and he said something about him not minding moving as fast as everybody else.
Yeah,
he just wants to move correctly, and I take that to heed, because I'm always hard on myself. Like, girl, you should have been, you could have been, but maybe it wasn't supposed to be in that moment. You know what I mean? Everybody has their moment. Now, I don't want to take you out of church, but you know how they used to talk about living in your season.
Okay.
Every season is for a reason, honey.
So, and this is your divine time. Your divine time is whatever time is given to you by the universe. Essentially.
Period.
And your time will come.
It will come. Just not right now.
Just not right now.
Sure enough. Maybe.
But I'm happy that it came. Okay. It came. I think
I was like, get the fuck out. I had to look at it again. You know how you have to go back and look at it. I said, no. We were just talking about this. Did this man just manifest this?
Well, it happened because I did the watch party. The watch party was because I was literally like 200 watch time hours away from qualifying for being a partner or whatever. And like I was real depressed, because I'm just like, every time I come out with a video, I started doing lives. Like, I did lives 3 days a week for the past 2 weeks. Okay, to try to stream farm some numbers, and it just kept on going down. Every time it was going up, it went back down the next day, and I'm just like, what is going on? So that's when I did the watch party with Nikki, her Queen Radio episode. And after, on Monday, boom, it was child, you approved. You get to no, for real, because and like I said, things happen when they happen, and we have to be patient, and just keep moving. Don't quit. I feel like I would have had more of a perception had I stayed back in 2016. But I done got discouraged, child. I deleted my first YouTube channel. Yeah, because then I started looking at my old videos and I'm like, this is cringy. I don't even want to keep this. Like, I literally was like, you know what? Let me just get rid of it. And I
I
had
don't know
like,
why you did that. You gotta
yeah,
keep those cringy videos. Like I was looking at some
yeah.
videos of me the other day, and I was like, "You really thought you was there?"
You thought you ate that?
Cause baby.
No, for real, for real. But no, I mean, I'm happy to be here. I think this is really, not for nothing. Um, I'm having fun with this. Like, and that's the thing. Like, that's when you start really getting it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it's not feeling like a job and this is fun to you. So I'm here and I'm glad that you're here too. Hopefully we gonna get to a point where we gonna be in person. Okay.
Cause we need to.
Because we need to is long overdue, honey. I look. I already got my connections. I just need to move. I need the platform so I can move up to where I need to be at, and we're gonna get there. Oh, and also, honey, merch is coming soon. The merch is coming soon. Okay. Period. Period. Okay, so I'm working on some things. I think I did the see, that was another thing too. I did the merch and it didn't really come out how I wanted it to come out when I first did it, and I think I was just learning. But I'm gonna do things a lot slowly. Yes, I'm working on merch. I'm not gonna share what I have so far yet. So I'm just gonna make sure everything's finalized, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Y'all can get you some merch. Okay.
I'm happy.
Look,
Make sure.
I'm
Listen, if you got the hoodies, make sure you give me a hoodie and a
girl,
sweater.
let me tell you something. I'm gonna be look if y'all don't buy it, I'm gonna buy it. Like I'm my biggest fan because I was coming up with some of the stuff and I'm like, oh, this is nice. I want to I'm gonna get the sticker, put this on my computer. I'm gonna definitely get the hoodie and the shirt. Look, I'm gonna be my own marketer, okay? My own influencer of my own merch. Okay, I don't care if y'all don't buy it, I'm buying it, and I'm giving it. I definitely give you a sample because I think we'll have something with our cover art on it. I don't know if I want to put it on a hoodie or just have it as a sticker, like one of those like stickers that you put on.
Like a sticker magnet.
No, it's like a sticker. You ever have like them stickers that be on your laptop?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
How do I say? I put stickers all over my laptop.
Oh, I will definitely give you one for the Darren Green show, the one that has us on it.
Yes.
Yeah, this is this is really good. This is the day. I mean, this is the year that I'm gonna be about my bag. Okay, I've been had the monetization on TikTok. Now we're just on Instagram with it. Even though Instagram want to be a little
funny money.
real funny with it. And now YouTube, honey, I'm collecting these monetizations like it's Infinity Stones. Okay, I'm Thanos in this bitch. Okay, because I'm gonna be collecting. I'm collecting this year. I done worked for 5 years on this mug. Yeah,
It paid off.
it
It
paid
took a
off.
while, but it paid
Yeah,
off.
and more is to come.
And it feels good, doesn't it?
It does. It
It
really
does.
does.
Doing something you love and actually getting like
A
noticed
little bit,
for
a
it.
little bit of coin. Yeah, a little. You're right. Because I'm just like, look, I'm here with it. Period. Okay. Anyway, with that being said, let's get into these hot topics. We have a lot of things to get into. Let me just give y'all the rundown of what we're gonna be talking about today. GloRilla and the people dying at her concert, child. I'm like, child, it's getting hard to go. Every day it's getting hard to go to concerts at this
I don't
point.
even know if I want to be at these concerts anymore.
Right. But like I said, we got to get into that. Then we got to get into Megan Thee Stallion allegedly gearing up for a Nicki diss track. I heard throughout the week, child. I don't know, but she is going to be performing in Houston, which is good. Then we'll talk about the aftermath of the Chris Rock special. I know we talked about it briefly last episode, but this is before the actual special came out. So we'll have some things to say about that. Jussie Smollet is getting a documentary, but Fox is making it. We'll get into that when we get into that because I'm like, okay. Then we'll talk about Lizzo and her calling out transphobes on the internet, and they'll go into another conversation that I actually want to bring up with that because something needs to be addressed with how things are going politically. But that's my only political. We ain't gonna get too much into politics, but
yeah, I don't.
I got some things. I got some things to say about what's been going on. I mean, then we got some mid topics. Portia versus Tamron Hall, child, Young Miami trying to act. Monique revealing that she grew out of an open marriage. I'm like, thank God. Um, and then we'll close out with oh yeah, Megan Good. She says pretty privilege can really hinder your career, whatever that means. All right. Anyway, let's get into it. That was a good little intro to the topic. Wasn't that good?
Okay.
I'm here for it, Charlie. Where my mom at?
Yeah.
Knock it out. Anyway, but no, GloRilla. Okay, so what happened was, child, 3 people have officially died from this concert that GloRilla, you know about GloRilla. It was a performance in Memphis, Tennessee, and the rap star's finest 2 times. I don't know if I got his name right.
Finest 2 times. Yeah, I heard about him. He's in the news too.
Yeah.
Weird guy.
Yeah. Because he was talking. Yeah. But they did a show and 3 people died. Okay, so there was an Aisha Stevens, Rhodacia Belton, and Brandy Miller. And several people were injured. Right. So basically, what happened was they were doing a concert. The crowd heard gunshots and they thought it was guns, real gunshots and people getting shot up or something. So it was a huge stampede to get out of the area, and people got trampled over, and these 3 people were pronounced dead.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I mean, this is not damn.
No, damn. That's just like a messed up
Yeah.
thing. Like to have that on your conscience, because I know, like with the Travis Scott thing, that was on his conscience. I'm pretty sure it's on her conscience too. And I'm in my hometown. That's a little messed up.
It is. It is, and I think that it's so crazy how we can't go to concerts no more. Like it literally, we have to like. And I'm not saying that concert going is this so safe space, right? Like, things happen. I know a lot of people that go to concerts and they feel overwhelmed, especially when you go into the stage seats, because it's like everybody's like trampling over each other to get to the artist, because in that moment you're not thinking right. You're like, oh my God, like I see, so and so and so and so. Like I want her to I want to have a moment with her. So they get it. I remember that happened with like Ice Spice. They even have a stage. I'm like, that was, first of all, that was unsafe for poor Ice Spice. The girl was sitting there. Security was like in front of her and back of her, like trying to push people out.
That's not enough.
Like she wasn't even on a stage. Like stuff like this. And you know what? I think this is so interesting. They said the city has refused to renew the venue's entertainment license. Shit like this needs to start happening, because I don't get how y'all cannot. Okay, all right. At the end of the day, it's tens of thousands of people, right, that go to these concerts. It is hard to regulate when there's like not a lot of security versus a whole lot of fans. I mean, what y'all gonna do? We gonna start tear gassing them or something? Like
that's the only option at this point. Honestly, that's the only option, because a 1,000 people compared to what 10 security guards. Like how much could you do?
Right. I mean, there needs to be more security. I mean, we know people that. Well, let me knock on wood, because I am going to her concert, and but we ain't never hear nothing about no Beyonce concert going haywire. And people, tens of thousands,
not playing with y'all.
Tens of thousands of people are at a Beyonce concert.
She's not playing.
Right. Don't quote me on it. And I know y'all gonna tell me in the comments if somebody did die at a Beyonce concert, but we ain't never heard of that shit. So somebody like GloRilla, not saying that she don't have the fans like that, but like it wasn't that many people in there. It couldn't have been like, well, a lot of these concerts,
a different demographic of fans. You know what I mean? Her fans are different, like way different.
Yeah. Well, okay. What you think? It ain't like no mosh pit, not like a Playboy Cardi. Now people,
not a mosh pit, but she's gangster rap.
Okay.
Female gangster rap. You feel me? As opposed to Beyonce. Beyonce is belting and singing out shit. Everybody be in love at her concert. They was fuck nigga free at her concert. So I could just You
You
know what
don't
I
think
mean?
people
Like
gonna
it's
act
just a
crazy,
difference.
act the fool at a Beyonce concert? And let me tell you something, them security's gonna be
I
on
mean, they would
site.
act a fool, but they giving you very much back in the day Michael Jackson. Like I'm a faint if this bitch sing to me or look me in my eyes type shit. Probably as much as you could get from her.
No. Okay, all right. Yeah. I mean, I guess. I mean, but still, this is crazy. I mean, we can't even go to a concert without like the possibility of you dying. I don't know. It's something that we need to work on, but I'm glad that the city is refusing to renew their venue license because they need to get it correct. They need to prove to themselves that they know how to handle groups of people. And if that means, look, because a lot of
Right.
these concerts, a lot of these concerts, are people be sneaking in because a lot of them are outside, so easy access. That's what happened
Mm-hmm.
with the was it Rolling Loud with Travis Scott, or was it?
No, I saw it was. I don't know if you pay attention to like festivals. I think are. I like festivals. I think they're a little bit more free, but it happens in what was it? The Juneteenth thing
Mm-hmm.
last year, where they were taking in people, but people were still sliding in through the side doors and trying to make their way and wasn't paying. I
Mhm.
believe it was like the Juneteenth event that happened.
Like we're gonna have to start really limiting the number of people that can go to these concerts. I mean, like I get
Limiting
it.
ain't gonna stop you.
Well, look, y'all better get people on all ends. But I
Yeah.
understand if it's like an outside concert, then you're not telling nobody. Girls are sneaking in. They going from the
They
side.
want to sneak in. Listen, I used to hop in the front of the line at Six Flags during like Fright Fest.
Hell no.
I'm not waiting in line. I used to hop in front of people, and if you wanted to fight me, fight me. But this is when I was young. I'm better now. I'll wait now.
Not the Six Flags child. Oh my
I
god.
definitely, I was, I used to be like their chaperone. I was supposed to be like 20. I'll be like, all right, guys. And then they'll be like, oh, the line is like an hour. And I'm like, an hour for who? I'm like, come on, keep up. Whoever keep up, we getting on this ride. Like,
Not
stay
keep up.
close. Mm-hmm.
Well. Well, I
Listen, I
hope the
changed my ways. I'm
families.
better.
Right. I hope the families of people that were unfortunately killed. They find solace in you know this situation, and I don't know. I mean, it's. I think that it's something that needs to be really looked in more, and you know,
Definitely.
sorry to those people, child. Well,
No,
speaking
yeah. God bless their parents. And I hope
right,
that something gets done. Some type of
right.
justice.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of rappers, let's get into Meg Thee Stallion because there was a lot of news buzzing around, a lot of a heavy alleged. Pay attention, that's my favorite catchphrase. So that's going to be on some mugs, okay? It's been heavily alleged, okay, this week that Meg Thee Stallion was gearing up for a diss track towards Nicki or Tory Lanez or whoever the hell had something that had something to say about her or whatever the case was. Now, I did talk about this on a particular video, and y'all was here. Y'all was that video did pretty well. But as previously reported, like I said, producers, there was like this producer, I think Blessed something, Buddha Bless. He made like this cryptic tweet saying that, oh
Mhm.
yeah, Megan is coming out with a diss. Well, in more recent news, another one of her music producers said that, oh well, she's not trying to look back. She's trying to get rid of, like, he said something.
Move
It's
forward.
all cryptic. Yeah, like she's trying to move forward and not
Mhm.
stick on the past or whatever the case was. But like I think that I think what he was talking about was with Tory. We're not talking about Tory. We're talking about her potentially dissing Nicki on a song because in response to, because we all know on Red Ruby the Sleeves, like, there was some lines in there that was like, okay, girl, you ain't messing with horses, child. So it's a lot of people were speculating, and I definitely, I had, I put my little 2 cents into it. Everybody putting their little 2 cents. Um, I don't know. Have you heard about this? No.
I heard about. I saw the other one where the guy was saying, she is trying to move it like past this. This is nothing like,
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying. It was nothing for you guys to like speculate on.
Right.
And I felt like he was talking about the whole situation, period, because the beef that
Yeah.
they had was old as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki gonna write something to, she gonna write stuff to make you think. She gonna write stuff
Yeah.
for her to sell records because that's what a artist should do. Period. A performer should do. A star should do. I just think that the public is just making something out of it because they're bored.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, is it the
Um,
public or is it the team too? Because we got from the first the Buddha Bless guy. He's the one that made that cryptic text talking about some this with the stallion emoji with the soon emoji. Okay, so that whole thing. It seems like the team is not isn't the team is sending
they're
out
not having a
messages.
meeting with their artists. That's what's going on. You
They're
need to
what?
talk to your artist and see how she feels
Okay.
before you go ahead and post that shit.
Yeah. Oh no, she probably was like, take this down.
Cause I would definitely be like that. Like, nigga, I just left from
Uh-huh.
out of jail. Like, I mean, not jail, but I just left from out of court
For it.
and basically put somebody in jail. I gotta wrap my head around
Yeah.
everything that just happened, and you want me to put a diss record out? I ain't
Yeah.
even put a single out for myself.
And I felt like that Buddha Bless. I mean, he dropped the ball by saying that because first of all, if she was dissing her, you don't ever want to let nobody know that that's about to happen or that's about to go down. That's a diss always comes out of thin air. Like,
Hmm.
look at all the diss records that done came out about other artists. Child,
Hmm.
that shit wasn't planned. So why would I feel like? Yeah, she needed to get her team together at that point and be like, okay, hold on, wait.
How
Okay,
y'all
anybody
speaking for me?
anybody said
Oh,
I
I would
was,
have definitely told you a new asshole. Like,
but
y'all speaking for me and creating invisible
yeah,
beef. I don't have
yeah,
no problem with this lady. I don't care about this lady right now. Like, I would be like, yo, I think I need to replace your ass. You need to put her at a,
yeah.
you go
But
look
you
for
know what?
another
Right, but you know
producer.
what? I think also because Nikki was on Ra Ali's show on what's that shit called? Radio station head or whatever. And she was talking about how like this labels that pay people to make tweets and shady tweets about her, other rappers or whatever. And I think that is like it's at first, and this is not me trying to change my tune too, because at first I was like, well, girl, if they gonna beef, like they the only ones that could go toe to toe on some bars. But if it's really people
She's
on the
nasty.
outside trying to curate and trying to create some type of mess, bitch, make a beat and don't have people thinking because you
And
can't
send
blame
it
the
to me
public
and
too
tell me to
much.
do what I want with that
Right.
shit.
You can't always blame the public too, because if there's people that's in the industry that's talking about some, oh, this about to drop or this about to give us some type of illusion, like, girl, clearly that cryptic tweet, we was able to read that. I think it's messy and I get it, it's a part of the business too. um but yeah, Megan, you need to get your team, child, get your team. I'm happy to see that she's performing in her hometown soon
Oh, Houston.
in Houston, child. She doing like a little show and she'll be coming back. Hopefully she'll come back with a whole new project. I mean, I'm ready for a new Megan project.
Yeah.
I am a Megan fan despite whatever. Like, I'm team Megan throughout the entire time of that whole fiasco that happened with Smurf. Um
Stop, not the slurs.
yes, the Smurf. But but hey, if push come to shove, well, I look, that's gonna be a moment. It's gonna be a moment. But I'm here for Meg. I'm here. I definitely I think
I
that she is.
do. I love her.
Yeah.
I support her. Again, I was confused about that whole trial, and I'm like, what really did happen?
Right.
Um, Again, like, but tall girls gotta stick together, and you probably one of the illest rappers, female rappers, to ever come in the game. Like, you had niggas hooked on all your shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Even if you was on a feature, we was on it. It was to the point where you was giving me very 90s Kim 90s Kim.
A little bit. A
When
little bit.
niggas used to be rapping Kim shit and wouldn't even think about it because it was so hard. Like, you give that off. And I do want to see you come back, but I don't want to see you come back on some vindictive shit like that. Like, oh, okay, well, she was talking about me, and
Right.
she was talking about a whole bunch of people.
I think
So,
I think if she did, I think, look, I'm all for Meg doing whatever she wants to do. If that's, hey, it's been clear. What Meg already said, my name ain't attached to it. They ain't got nothing to do with me until that
yeah,
day
but you
happens.
ain't say Megan. You ain't say no stallion. You talked about a horse,
Well, I
and
mean,
I'm a stallion, sis.
she did mention horses a couple of times, child, but
I'm a stallion. Thank you. Thank you.
no, but I mean, look, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think that this is like I said in the original video. This is the sport in hip hop. Like at the end of the day, this is what happens. You get your raps on. We need a shakeup. We do kind of need a shakeup. I don't think that it's
You
messy
part of
to.
the messy boots crew.
I don't think that it's messy to say that. I think that. Hey, this is what I mean. Anybody said nothing with Drake and Meek? I mean, that was a moment. That was a moment in hip hop.
It
Like
was a
even
moment.
that was. How you get bodied by singing? I know it would cause war with the stand-em. Like, yeah, it's. But look, I'll be here for it. I don't care. I don't care what nobody say. And look, I'll be rooting on both sides. I'm not going. I ain't gonna turn on Meg because at the end of the day, look, I'm rooting for both of y'all. But it's gonna be a
I want y'all
victorious.
all to make money.
All right, child. Let's move on, honey. Now, I know you've been hearing about this Chris Rock special. Okay, and I want to, I want to formally address this situation for the last time. I know everybody's been talking about it. Everybody been putting their little 2 cents into it. For those who are under a rock and don't know, um, since the release of Chris Rock's highly anticipated comedy special, Selective Outrage, the topic has made its rounds. And I reported earlier that Jada Pickett's team spoke out to People Magazine to talk about how like the comedian is obsessed. Like her team literally said, he's obsessed. And at the end of the day, Jada did nothing to Chris, and I definitely agree because I didn't agree with him calling her out her name, which was definitely like uncalled for. Like your beef is with Will, let that beef be with Will, you know. And everyone else just put their 2 cents into it. Everybody put their 2 cents into it. I'm gonna put my little final 2 cents into it too. Okay. I would like to start off by saying I was very disappointed on how the ladies at the View reacted to this special. Okay, I'm all for getting your lick back. I'm all for it. I'm all get your lick back. But there's certain shit that he was saying on that damn show that I'm like, okay, hold up, pause, wait a minute. Let's put some sense in it. Okay. Now the infamous mic drop for me. Did you see it? Did you see it, Amma?
I saw like the first half, and then I wasn't laughing or anything. I didn't find anything funny about it, so then I just turned it off. Before he even got to the Will Smith thing, I did.
You didn't even see the Will Smith part?
No, I said this is like a waste of the use of my brain cells right now. Like I'm trying to find the humor in it, and it wasn't. Nothing was funny about it. Like I
Well,
need you to catch me at the door.
right, not
Like
catch
if
me at the
you,
door.
yeah, I want you to just be like, yo, have me laughing my ass off. Like as soon as you start, it was
You
just
expected
him
that from a
being
Chris
Chris
Rock
Rock,
show?
loud and irritating. That's what he was giving me.
You expected that from a Chris Rock show, child? Let me tell you something. Chris Rock is only, and I said this before, he's only funny in movies. Okay, because they write him funny. Okay,
Hmm.
he's practical. All right, he improvises. That's the type of comedy he does. Stand up for him, because I've seen other stuff, like I've seen his other Netflix specials and stuff like that. It just didn't give. It didn't give. It's very much tap dancing. It's very much minstrelsy, like a lot of people were saying. Like I said,
Hmm.
get your lick back. I had no problem with him cursing out Will, calling him a B word, all this other stuff. He slapped you. This is an embarrassing moment. He got 40 million off that shit. Like I said, I love to see a black man get paid. But there was certain things, and I'm gonna say, because a lot of people was like, oh well, you just don't know comedy. That's comedy. That's comedy. It's supposed to be a joke. When he made that last little message and he ended him throwing the mic drop, when he said, oh, well, my parents told me not to fight in front of white people. it just
What?
like read the room.
They
You know, like
specifically said don't fight in front of white people, so you can fight in front of black people, Spanish people, Asian people.
I guess so. I mean, you shouldn't be you like and like I said, like I always said that Will was wrong for what he did. However, I think that he's wrong just because it's wrong to get physical with people, right? I don't think that because he's in this white space, he needs to act appropriate because he's in this white space, and it just comes off like white people are the superiors and they have to, we have to act a certain way around them, but we could do whatever we can. We could do whatever we want at in our spaces, in like hell, if it was the BET Awards or whatever, right? Like, so I didn't
Right.
like that messaging there. Of course, to the white people that was in the comments, that they're not going to get it, but there was some black people that was in my comments, and I'm just like, at the end of the day, like, girl, you shouldn't fight because you shouldn't fight. You shouldn't put your hands on nobody because it's immoral. I wouldn't say immoral. I mean, like, defend yourself, but like it's deplorable to do that to begin with in any space. So for him to say that, oh my goodness, like, our parents taught me how to fight not to fight in front of white people, and then the line, like I said, the emancipation line, we already talked about that. We're not gonna rehash it, but to see the girls on the View too also laugh at that, I'm just like, as much as y'all be telling people to read the room and how y'all are progressive and stuff like that, now the View, with Whoopi and all them, girl, I get it. Like I said, get your lick back. But it's a way to do it. I didn't like that special. I thought that the special um was he was definitely tap dancing. And and I really loved how the way like the camera always panned to the black audience. Like I'm just like this is no, these are black people. Okay, he has black fans. Girl, no.
That's how I feel about it. Like this. Like cringy.
It was very cringy. I didn't like I also didn't like how he was talking about Meghan Markle and how she played the race card. Basically, that's what he's saying. She played the race card.
That I did see, and I didn't like that.
Yeah,
Because that was really traumatizing to her. Like,
yeah. I mean, they was
your experience is not her experience. You can't tell that lady how to feel. And if she felt that way, she spoke on it and said that this is how I felt. Like, oh well, what color is my grandchildren gonna be?
right.
Yeah, that's what kind of fucked up ass question is that? Like, who asks that?
Who? Well,
You're
yeah. Mm-hmm.
oof, girl, you gotta earn your right. Honestly, shit, my bad. Phone jumping on me. You gotta earn your right in order to um, in order for you to address me in any kind of way like that, because you don't know my struggle. You don't know
Right.
what I'm going through. And the fact that I married into a family and you guys are reminding me of my struggle instead of accepting me and loving me because your son loves me is crazy. So that, I think once that when he said that, I was done. I was like, let me get up
You,
off of this shit.
you gotta let me get off on that. I think
Mm-hmm.
his whole, and I'm so glad I got a second because I talked about this on the live. I didn't really have much to say at the time because it was fresh, but I think that what he was trying to say was, what did you expect? These people have been racist for millennia. This is a family that was, essentially they were colonizers. How could you not know,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I don't think she had any thought in her mind that they weren't going to protect her because they weren't sure of the child's race or what the child is going to look like or how white it's going to be. Like I didn't think like she literally they literally said she was not going to have security, which that is very unsafe being a part of the royal family. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're in that
You
realm
just
and you're
feed
not,
me to the wolves.
yeah. So it's like so, and yes, having asking that question like how black is the baby going to be, like you would think anyone could infer, like, maybe they're not, maybe the queen could be a little racist or whatever, and the king and the prince and all that, like the old people in the family probably a little bit of microaggressions, but like she didn't expect like the whole family, and then also the media, like the scrutiny that she got from the media over there in that country, like she did not expect that. She just wanted to marry this man, okay, and for her to be like, well, so she should have just like, okay, well, maybe it's not. I don't want to be with Harry. I'm in love with this person, but I can't be with this person because X, Y, and Z is gonna happen to me. Like, no one's thinking about that. Okay, they were in love and they did their thing. Like, look, I think that they shouldn't share a lot of things. Like, they shouldn't share because they do be sharing a lot, honey. They do a documentary and a podcast about their experience with. I'm like, look, okay, we get it, but for him to say that she played the race card, I mean, that sound like I'd expect this from a white person to say. Like, this is something that a white person would say.
Right. I didn't expect somebody
Yeah.
to be blackity black because your black is, from my understanding, your mother and your dad is black. I didn't expect somebody that was that black to be so insensitive about her
Yeah.
experience.
And that's why I said, like, his ancestors definitely were the ones that snitched on the slaves. He was definitely in the house.
Hmm.
Like,
He was definitely
that's
giving me
they about to
remember
run out.
Django?
Yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
watch Django? Yes,
Yes.
that's what she was
What's their
giving me.
character? What's his name? Samuel L.
Was it
Jackson's character.
Samuel Jackson? Samuel
Yeah.
Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And was
It was
so
giving
mad he
very
had
specific.
the
Yeah.
niggas in the house. Nigga, you in the house. Fuck.
And I think that's what we're talking about. I don't think people are upset that and people said this. It's like, oh my God, Will is so allegedly. There's some more news that done came out. They said Will is upset about everything that's conspired with this special. I'm like, I don't think we'll give a crap. Like like now that's where I'm not even gonna say alleged. We don't know if that's true. There's no, like, at least with Jada Pickett's story, like she had her people talk to people. She had her people talk to People magazine. But I don't think Will is really feeling the way
I don't
about this.
think that he's trying to attract more attention. I feel
Mhm.
like he's embarrassed enough.
Yeah.
I think he's embarrassed.
Yeah,
Because I
that's what they
would be
said. They said
embarrassed
he's
that you made
embarrassed.
me show my behind like that and I really didn't
Yeah.
have to. But I feel like he's embarrassed and right now, he's probably trying to get to the bag and figure out a way to get to the bag. I don't think that he would sit there and oh my God, I feel like this about Chris Rock. You already showed the world what you feel about him. It's okay. We got to move past it, especially as adults and especially as a talented actor. Well, I ain't gonna say rapper because I ain't listened to some of his rap. So I didn't think that was cute. But a talented actor, with a talented actress for a wife. I feel, and she got Red Table Talk. Y'all got so much to lose. You know what I mean? And you've already lost a little bit. I think he's just trying to savage what he has. I don't get he gives a damn about what that man does right now. Like,
Yeah. So yeah, and yeah, definitely. I definitely see that. I mean, it's whatever. Like I said, we're gonna put a nail. We definitely gonna put a pin in this topic for good. Hopefully, nothing else comes out after it. We are done. I'm tired because everybody had to put their little 2 cents to it. And I'm really starting to look at a lot of brands, a lot of shows, and so I'm just like, oh wow, that's how y'all really feel. I definitely beg to differ. I mean, so a lot of the stuff that he was saying on there, I was just like, it just
yeah.
wasn't my thing. But that's okay. Like people said, oh well, he has freedom of speech to do that. Yes, he has freedom of speech to say whatever he wants. I wanted him to do this so we can talk about it. But I have freedom of speech to say, man, out of
Whatever
here.
I
And
want to.
right, exactly.
It's
So
my human right.
it works both ways. People want to talk about freedom of speech. It works both ways. Okay, I had my opinion. He had his. He said what he said. He said his piece. He got his lick back. He got paid for it. About 40 million. That's what they saying. So it's over. We can
He
move
made
on.
his money.
Hmm.
I love
Yeah.
it.
You said he made his money, but like at what cost? Okay. Anyway, so another thing that I wanted to talk about, right, is Jussie Smollett. Child. Well, let me get this. Let me say.
Hmm.
So, Fox Nation is coming out with a documentary about Jussie, and it's called Anatomy of a Hoax. Okay, now if y'all remember, Jussie Smollett was charged because of it was like an anti-black and gay hate crime that he kind of orchestrated with these two African brothers. Um, it's a whole thing. I mean, if you don't know what conspired with that, okay, he sat there, paid these dudes to beat him up and put a noose around him and put bleach on him. Dude had the picture in the video with the noose on his, like, it was a whole thing. Like, before I was like, Huh?
Mentally, something wrong with him
Yeah,
for you to
some
do that.
yeah, cause looking back, like, cause I was watching some videos, before I got, writing the topic for it. Like,
Mhm.
he literally was like, he still had that damn noose around his neck, and that damn noose, girl, looked like it came from Home Decor or something.
Stop.
It was something like that little
Ah,
ass, that little ass string, girl.
he, I don't really have no words for that. Like
Right.
I said, it's a mental thing. I feel like he probably
Mhm.
needs to get some help
Yeah.
because what?
Well, let me just
That
say
makes
this.
no sense at all.
Let me just say this. So the African brothers will be telling all. They'll be doing a full tell all, and they are in this documentary. There's a lot of other people. I've seen the trailer for it. They are really going to go in depth to what happened. How did this conspire? They have more. I guess there's more to tell with these brothers because they are speaking out, and people in the industry is in this. My only thing about this documentary, right? I'm a little uneasy that Fox is doing this. We all know that Fox is a conservative ass station. Okay, that's a conservative news channel.
Mhm.
Okay, that has plenty of hosts that probably is back in this documentary, and I just don't want. I wanted it to be done. If you was going to do a documentary on this, do it on a
Right.
neutral station. Okay, if y'all would have had this shit on Lifetime like they did R. Kelly, or if y'all want to do this on BET, TV
Shit, I
One,
take Netflix.
yeah, Netflix. Netflix could have did this, but Netflix they're a little conservative too, kind of sometimes. They're a little
Where
conservative.
you have
Uh,
not seen these documentaries lately? Oh
when I
boy,
say when
honey.
I say conservative, I meant like Republican. Like they definitely lean towards the right. But no, they show it all on Netflix. But yeah, okay, maybe Netflix could be good. But like
You know
to have this
Netflix
on
love to,
Fox,
shit. They love to shit on black
yeah.
people, conservatives. Yeah,
But
so they would have
the
to.
thing about Fox though is I don't want there to be any like implicit bias
Hmm.
because we all know that Fox News in particular, their main target is the queer community right now.
Mm.
And to have this documentary of a person that we know now, he did lie. He did like I'm not. I can't defend him no more. I defended him for so long, child. I was like, girl, I was looking crazy in these streets, child. I'm like, he did it. He didn't do it. He ain't he ain't lie.
Now look at you.
But to have this conservative as like news source do this documentary, what else are they going to say about this? And notice, like the people that are really spearheading this documentary, like because I've seen the trailer, number of black folks. So they asses is behind the scenes. But I'm telling you, that bias is going to be there. It's going to be, well, I'm not saying it's going to be like, well, this is how they all act. That's how they all lie, But, you know, I'm interested to see what they have to say about it. I will say. I mean, I think are they going to are the brothers going to explain why? Did they ever explain to him why he was doing this? What was the reason for this?
Right.
Or is this going to be a way to demonize a marginalized group of people? We got two sides to this. The blacks, because he was black, in
Hmm.
the queer community. And we have a bunch of mad MAGA people that are upset that they were blamed in this. They're so upset about this situation. Like, I don't know how I feel about this. I'm definitely gonna pirate it. You ain't gonna get no rating from me. But I'm gonna definitely see what it gives. I'm gonna see what it gives.
I'm
I mean,
nosy. You really like
right. I mean, look, I
one
want to
of
see
those.
because what the hell are they gonna talk about? And are they really gonna get? They gonna get? Are we gonna get to the truth, or are we gonna get to some type of narrative that y'all want to spill?
No, just the background, more aspect. I think they're
Mhm,
gonna get a bit like what was paid, how it was paid, how he got
mhm,
them to do what they did. But I don't think they're gonna get a reason as to why he did what he did. It's gonna be the
mhm.
how. That's what they're gonna get.
Okay, and my thing is, I think we already know how. I mean, like if you was following the trial, he paid them. They got receipts. Like they got pictures of these man in the store. Like then they because it was something new. It was like, oh, he came late. Like Like to the when he told us to arrive at this spot, he actually came late, and it was a whole it was some other information that they're going to reveal. I'm just like, okay, that's cool, but like, did he tell y'all why he was doing this? What was the reason? Oh, I thought we done lost.
My bad. Yeah. What was the reason?
What was
On
that
my
reason?
Cardi shit. What was the reason?
I don't know, child, but definitely we will definitely keep you posted. I
Make it
will,
make sense, buddy.
yeah, I will be checking this out to see how it plays out. And I'll keep y'all posted. Y'all already know about this. Now, speaking of since we brought up the community, Lizzo has been calling out transphobes on the internet. Now, as it was recently reported on many news sites that Tennessee elected officials passed two pieces of anti-LGBTQIA bills, the Senate Bill 3 and the House Bill 9, that effectively bans all drag performances from taking place on any public property in the state. So this is no longer just like you can't perform in front of kids, or you can't kids can't come to the girl. Close the damn bar. And across the country, several other states are looking to overturn this pro LGBTQ bill directly related to transgender people. And Lizzo had a lot of things to say about it. She did a rant on Twitter. And one thing that I found interesting was when she said transphobia is looking real rooted in racism right now.
Mm, I totally agree. Like, it's a freedom. I'm like, I
Mhm.
don't know. You know what it is? I feel like the public or the Republicans, and I hate getting political. I just feel like they just find a reason to take anything that's not satisfying
Yeah.
to them or satisfies their spirit. They try to take it away or make it look at as a bad thing. Black people, minorities, period. And now you have a community that is full of minorities, whites, all this stuff. And I guess because it doesn't look good for you, or it's, I don't know, you look down upon it. It's just like, all right, just take it all away because maybe it affect our children. Like, I had a coworker was like that, and I really had an argument with him. Oh,
Hmm.
gay people shouldn't be around children all the time because it affects them. And how I said, a person is a person. They have their own mind. They're going to do what they want to do. But as far as like taking that away, that's how the community makes their money.
Hmm.
They're able to express themselves. That's therapy for them. Um, so you're taking away, honestly, you're taking away stuff that you would take away from your Republican kids, your Republican straight kids, that therapy that they need, that freedom that they need, that, you know what I'm saying, ways to eat. They gotta feed themselves.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I do agree with Lizzo as it being treated as like some type of form of racism. You know what I mean? Cause honey, what are they doing to you?
Hmm.
What are they doing to you? Unless one of the politicians touched one of them and they feel like let's just shut this whole thing down.
Well,
Just
see,
to
the
have
whole
it.
right, the whole thing is like they have picked a group. This is calculated. This has gone on ever since the overturning of Roe v. Wade. We got this. Now it's time to focus our attention on another group. And the thing about this group, the LGBTQIA, we're very divided because I'm hearing stuff like, oh, LGB without the T. Like, it's literally people in the community that's Xing out the trans and non-binary folk. Like, we literally are divided, and this is a community also that a lot of other groups don't really give a shit about. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you can rile up, because let's be clear, I mean, like, there's a lot of black people that don't really care about this, or there's a lot of other communities and stuff like that, other races and stuff like that don't really care about this cause. But at some point, we gonna have to, because once this is finished or once these laws get overturned, what about the laws that affect y'all? You get what I'm saying? We already got Trump talk about some, oh yeah, I want to bring back the hanging and guillotine and all this bull crap. So these Republicans are literally repurposing fascism. Okay, this is, and I'm not saying, I'm not trying to be, hyperbolic or whatever the case is. Like when I say that this is like how the Holocaust started, but like it started really this simple. Like it was just an opinion, and then it became like a whole thing. Like, okay, well, all Jews are bad. Like let's put them in camps and stuff, and let's do this. Like when we had this person, like I don't know who he was. Like I said, I don't do politics like that, but I did. This is an important like conference when he said the transgenderism needs to be eradicated. Okay, what does that mean?
Right.
Does that mean like okay, we're gonna take away laws? Does that mean we're gonna start getting rid of people? Like I don't like y'all are making these blanket statements and it's making people feel uneasy. I'm uneasy because at the end of the day, yeah, I'm not trans, I'm not non-binary or anything like that, or a drag queen. But like once those get finished, like you don't think they're gonna start coming after the next person?
Yeah, like what else? Then
Yeah.
what else?
And people they trying to with the whole, because we're trying to push the the black, I wouldn't say the black community as a whole, but like a lot of us, we wanted the what's it called, what's it called, the critical race theory that was supposed to go off, but it got overturned, and it got overturned under the table because everybody was worried about the anti-gay bills. Like, oh yeah, they're reversing this, they're saving the kids, they're saving the kids. Well, behind the scenes, they over here trying to overturn a lot of stuff, and it's gonna really start fucking with a lot of people. So that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, I think people need to be on a united front and like really these um conservatives, and it's not all of them. You get what I'm saying? But it's enough of them. We got to do something, child. This is crazy, and I yeah, I commend Lizzo for being this advocate and being, because she has a big voice and she has a good following, and this is definitely something that she will you know
She got this. That's
yeah.
this. She got it.
Yeah, like she got us. But like, damn, like I'm just like, girl, what is going on in this country? Like we are going backwards, honestly.
Moved forward. But again, we don't wanna I don't wanna talk politics. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
leave that at that.
yeah, we just
Anyway.
we got some
Anyway.
right. We got some smaller topics that we want to get into. Why they coming for poor young Miami? You seen that little clip on, on social media of her her acting debut for BMF? It's some show. I think it's on Stars. I'm not sure, or Tubi. I don't know, but she was on this show, child, and the people did not like her acting. They did, they said that girl can't act. You ain't see that video?
She couldn't act in You People. Her acting skills were very dry. I feel like she needed an acting coach. I feel like maybe at that point she was probably nervous.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think an acting coach was involved in any of that shit. I just think her pussy and Diddy's dick got her where she was supposed to be, which is
Whoa.
cool. Cause I need that shit too. I tried to put in my application. I don't think Diddy read my letter yet, but
I
she
cannot.
she just was put in a position. I mean, that's something that she wanted to do. She can only get better from here. I feel like her acting was a little is always well from when I watched You People. It was a part. It was something that Young Miami could. It was her. You know what I mean? Young Miami, you could be that cousin, but you was real dry. Not dry. It was real forced. If that makes sense.
It seemed like acting chops from a music video. Like you know how they be. You don't really come for nobody that be acting in a music video. Like it's like it's a music video. That's what it
Mm-hmm.
kind of gave with this BMF. I don't know if you've seen it, but it was she was the dude came in talking about her husband died or her boyfriend died, and she was just like she was crying, but it wasn't. It just didn't work. And I think I will say this. I think we need to give people room to grow. And I think that this is a
Mm-hmm.
new lane for young Miami. And people, y'all expect these people to get into acting and just be like boom, like yeah, it's rocket science. No, I mean young Miami is gonna learn. If she's gonna be in more roles, hopefully this doesn't discourage her. But I mean, this should drive her to, want to get
She
an
a tough
acting coach,
cookie.
and, yeah,
She
and,
got it.
and 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 move on and do other roles. I could see her in some stuff, maybe like a little like one of these type shows. You know what I'm saying? Like one of these little love and drama and all this other stuff like the them black shows that be on BET. Stay a little longer. Go come to BET. Apply for the Tyler Perry Studios. Tyler Perry will
Or
work.
maybe she should do maybe she'll be cute on P Valley. That's probably like more.
Okay, yeah, because it's
You know what
already
I'm saying?
right.
Yeah, that's more your
Already up her
speed. Like
style, more her
you
speed.
could talk your
Okay.
shit. You could be
hmm
that city girl. You know what I'm saying? You could
Yeah,
be you.
yeah. But I guess she doesn't want to get typecasted. But
Bitch, make the money.
she probably don't want to get typecasted. Look, I don't know. I like Young
Make
Miami.
the money.
I think what she's
I
doing
like
is
her
really
too. I like
yeah.
little Carisha. Reese. Hey
Research.
girl, hey Saru.
But girl, we gotta get better. We gotta
She gonna get better. I
yeah.
just feel like y'all expected too much from her because she was doing what she was doing with Diddy. Y'all
hmm
expected a lot more, but
I don't think no one
y'all
expected a lot more. I just think that people are cruel. Like when they see you, like especially when you're doing something new, and it maybe not, it doesn't come natural to you at first, and they're like, "Oh my god, you're trash. You're doing this wrong." I'm like, "Girl, half of y'all couldn't get up here and do it." It's a
I
lot of people
need
on social media.
time, okay?
Yeah, it's a
But
lot of people on
like I
social media.
said, leave that girl alone. Let her
Mhm.
do what she's doing. She's still young and she growing and she blossoming and like I said, I couldn't be more proud of her. I always like when my black women are doing great and stepping out their zone. Like go do that. Next time, just don't do what you did last time, but do better, girl.
Do a little bit
You
better. Do
got
a little,
this.
learn the lines again. Get the little eye drops so it can make you
Get
cry.
an acting coach and think about some shit. Think about when your mother got locked up and you ain't have her. I don't know how you felt, but
hmm
just think about you just not having. I don't know. Just
Okay, method
think.
acting.
Tap into it. You know I went to Arts High, honey.
Ah,
Tap into that shit.
oh
You just
my
gotta like
god.
tap into an emotion, and I think she'll be okay.
Right, right. Um, well, on the other topic, I want to talk about Monique Child. She recently revealed that she grew out of having an open marriage.
Mm. I never believed in those. I'm too selfish, and I'll kill you.
Yeah,
I wish you would. I wish you would.
I was. I'm gonna
I
go
did
wood.
read that.
Hmm.
You said, huh? You want to open what? You want to open this door for me to walk through so we could go to dinner? Because you got me fucked up. We're not doing anything like that. You got me
That
fried.
was
Let's
when
not talk
in my
about this again.
right. And my thing is this: when I first heard about this crap, child, I remember when they talked about it on the Shade Room. She talked about having an open marriage. I was like, Monique, now that don't sound. And I know Monique. I know Monique from back in the day when she used to do them comedy shows. Okay, she would never, as much as she used to talk about, girl, if he cheat on me, I'm gonna come up to his job and that third. If he had other women, she's grown, she's changed, and she's been more open to things apparently. But like, I'm like, Monique, this doesn't sound like you. So I was when she said that, you know, she grew out of that. Yeah, I don't think that it was ever a. She said it was her choice of doing that. But usually when it comes to certain stuff like that, it's usually not. It's usually the husband that tries to get them to be good with it. Hold on.
Yeah, y'all know. I know some girls that are really, they really like that.
Hmm.
Where, like I always say, and I will say this forever: people are people, and people feel. So it probably was her. It probably was like, all right, well, I just noticed that you, and it was probably when she was a lot bigger. You know what I mean? I feel like
Hmm.
people, from what I experience and what I hear from some friends that I have, some plus size women, full figure women, it's just like a lack of confidence thing. Maybe she felt like, all right, maybe she did initiate it and was like, all right, he may not be attracted to me all the time, but if I get this or have this person come in once in a while, it might be okay. You know what I mean? We might be okay because I love him, and it might not be all about sex, but he still needs to be satisfied, or I need to still be satisfied. So it could have been that. We don't know the back ends of the stories or whatever. I don't agree with that type of work. It just don't work for me because somebody gonna get jealous in this situation. You know what I mean? Something's gonna happen. It's human behavior. So her kudos to you. Join the team, you
For
know, because
realizing
we
that
we
that's not
not.
her thing.
You got me
I
fucked
actually
up.
right, and I actually can't wait until because she's doing a comedy show. She's doing all these press tours and stuff like that. She's about to do her comedy special on Netflix. Now I'm gonna be here for that. I'm gonna be here for that. Okay. She already done talked about how recently also like, oh, I'm still waiting on an apology for Oprah Winfrey. I'm like, Monique, now you know goddamn well. You know Oprah ain't go. You know Oprah is not gonna nudge.
That lady is not gonna pay you.
No, she not. She not asking for no payment. She said an apology. She don't need no
Oh,
payment.
an apology. I'm Oprah. No.
Nah, I'm Oprah. Monique is
You want
funny
some
though. Monique is
flowers or
funny.
something?
Right. But I can't wait to see what she has to say for her special. Like, she's definitely. She said, "I'm gonna definitely go in, and I'm gonna say things I never thought I would say on the stage." I'm like, "Oh, okay. This might be one of those specials."
Yeah, she's very confident now. I feel like
Hmm.
she's in a different space right now.
Yeah,
And I hope that she goes the fuck off because Monique is funny.
Monique.
I'm sorry.
Monique. Let me tell you something. One of the, and I don't care what nobody says, one of the best I'll say women comedians. One of the best. Like when I tell you, you sit there, your ass a laugh. Like I used to, I used to watch her old clips from back in the '90s when she
Yes.
was funny as hell.
Queens of Comedy.
Oh,
She was she used to kill it. I
killed.
used to wait for Monique, like, girl, what you got for me?
Cause,
Even in Baby Boy, you know Baby Boy is
'cause,
my
honey,
favorite movie.
what you
So
won't do the
even in
next
Baby Boy, that little
will.
snippet,
Uh-huh.
when he was like, "Yeah, what's your average size?" And she was like, "Oh, average size for women." Jody mom talking, average size for women is like a 6. She said, "Average for who?" Even her just opening her mouth and saying
Right.
that had me screaming.
No, remember, I think it was Fat Girls or Fat something when she was like when
Mm.
she was in that damn burger place. She was like, first of all, make that protein patty a double fat ass patty. Put the bun back on there and add some bacon and cheese. Yo, when I tell you, Monique
Yeah,
used to be funny as hell, but
she
now she's
used to be real.
now she's love us for real, my sister and all that. But hopefully we'll get a little bit of both in this special.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Hmm. Yeah. But yeah, one other topic I wanted to get into also was Megan Good. She was talking about how like pretty privilege kind of hindered her career. Because people don't really take you serious. I mean, I thought that was interesting. Like I said, this is like not a big topic, but it was something to, is that true? Like, do you think that pretty privilege could potentially like hinder you from things? And her response, I guess, was like, people don't take you serious and they want certain things
It
from you.
I don't think hinders. I think it kind of like um opportunities that you feel like you can get or that you deserve, you probably don't get. Like I feel like she gets more of the seductive, um more sexier roles than the more serious roles, if that's what she's saying.
Hmm.
You never see her in a position like Kerry Washington and
Hmm.
what's the show that she did, and I used to watch it like crazy. But she was sleeping with the president. Give it to me.
Oh,
Scandal.
Scandal.
You'll never see her in like a
I can
show
see
like
her in
Scandal.
Scandal. Oh, okay.
Huh?
Yeah. Well, no, I
You know
couldn't
what I
see her
mean? Like
because
you don't
Scandal was
get
more.
the powerful sexy
Yeah.
because Kerry Washington was powerful and sex
Hmm.
and could be sexy. All you get from Meg The Stallion is I said Meg The Stallion, Lord Jesus, Meg
Yeah.
The Stallion talking about me. I hope you talking good, girl. All you get from Megan Good is just like a
Pretty
sex
girl.
aspect. Like
Yeah.
you look
Yeah.
good. Damn. I know exactly where to put you. You know what I mean? Type of
Yeah,
thing
like
where
put
it's
you in a
like
rom-com or like a little romantic type dramedy. Yeah,
like
yeah. I
how to
yeah.
act like a man or think
Mhm.
like a man, I'm sorry.
Yeah, stuff
She
like
even
that.
gave sex then. Like,
Mm, mm, mm. And I
so
think
that's
because
it.
she did this interview because she's actually gonna be playing like one of the superheroes in Shazam, which is something that's different for her, and she finally got that opportunity. I didn't. I guess in the beginning, I didn't really believe that pretty privilege was like a bad thing, or that's a negative thing to you. Like I always think that you're pretty, you get a lot of stuff. A lot of people want to give you stuff. A lot of people want to give you opportunities and stuff like that because you're pretty privileged. But I have noticed that they don't see the person; they just see like the beauty of the exterior. Um, and I've seen that with real like people in my real life, like people that I met and stuff like that, and had to deal with like having the pretty privilege that not really, especially in our community, in the community, child. I knew a friend that he was very well endowed when it comes to like looks and stuff like that. He was real attractive and stuff like that, and a lot of his friends, like he had trouble like trusting people because a lot of his friends wanted him. You get what I'm saying? Like so it was I didn't know who, even we got it. Not we didn't never get into it, but he didn't trust nobody. So it's like, oh, well, you
You didn't
after me
know
or something
who's
like that.
real and who's not.
Who's just
I
trying to
actually
get
had
you?
that experience
Mm-hmm.
recently. I'm not saying I'm the baddest by far, but when I go outside, I do put on because it's my job to be outside and look a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I had this guy that told me off the record, but like he told me like, I always really liked you. I always thought, you weren't supposed to be the person I was supposed to be with, and I told him, and it came out of my mouth, and I didn't realize it was coming out of my mouth, but it was like probably this is what I needed to hear myself today. Like I just always thought, what I say, I always thought that you wanted to sleep with me based on how I looked and how I carried myself. So I
Mm-hmm.
never took you serious. So it's like, honestly, her doing this Shazam movie was her getting out her own way. I felt like she was in her own way and was accepting what everybody was giving to her and was believing what everybody was giving to her. And I think that now, ever since like the divorce, she's had time with herself and she's
Mm.
had time to be like, yo, all these roles that I've ever did, I've always been the bad bitch, the bad mean bitch, the bad wife. I've always been
Let me be a
like
superhero.
sex. You know what I'm saying? I've always been sex. Sex always
Mhm.
exudes out of my character. I want to be taken serious finally. So I get it, girl. I feel you.
Shout out to
I feel
Megan
you.
Good. Okay, that was a good little. Okay, I'm with the message. I'm
Mm-hmm.
with the message. Okay.
I be trying. I be trying, girl.
Well, well, well. I think that's it for today. Like I said, this was an extensive show. This is a lot. We talked about a lot of topics
This
today.
was long. I actually enjoyed myself today. This was, the topics was everything.
It was
I had
everything. I try. I try.
yes, you brought me back to life, baby, because I was having a bad couple of weeks. But I'm
It
here.
was.
I'm back. I am loving this. This energy today was beautiful.
Period.
And we got the job done, I think.
We did. Okay. I see. We'll see y'all next week, child.
Definitely will. Bye, y'all. Remember to
All right.
follow us.
Yeah. Remember to follow, like, comment, subscribe. You know,
All of it.
all of the things.